Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim and we are back at the power shed. We've got lots of work done and lots of work to do. Last time you saw us, we put up a couple shelves on either side of the big garage door over there, got all of our tools up off the ground, off the workbench, got them organized. Well, today, we've got to get that floor done, okay? Now that we got all the tools up off the ground, we can push all the toolboxes over to the power section, get that floor swept, get that floor mopped, and then get the primer on it and that hard gray coating, that armor coat. It's gonna be great for a shop. It's gonna be great for a power shed. So let's enjoy the ride. First thing I'm gonna do is push the workbench back over next to the battery banks and inverters over there in the power section. I really wanna inspect this floor, see if I got any staples or nails to pull up first, get everything nice and smooth. Let's go ahead and get this. I've got this workbench on sliders, so it should slide fairly easily. Let's see. Oh, it's heavy. I got all those tools down there. Let's see. Oh yeah, not a problem. All right, the workbench is as far back against the batteries and inverters as I can get it. I'll get the coolers behind the door over there, and then we'll start bringing over the toolboxes. Luckily, all these toolboxes are on wheels, so easy over, easy back. Slide this one right next to there. All right, let's get this next one. Time for this one, get it pushed over here. Perfect. All right, this one over here. Last one. Man, this area sure looks bigger without the toolboxes and that workbench in the way. Can't wait to get that flooring down. Once I get the flooring textured and everything, then I can put the frame the wall up here, create this power section, insulate it, get all the electrical ran through here, get the mini split put in. Whew. Okay, I think I need to move that blue eddy out of the way, and then we'll start looking at this floor. I think the blue eddy is okay where it is. I don't want to get those cables painted though, so let me go ahead and spin it around. I've got it plugged into solar out there right now, keeping me some power in here. All right, so all right, we're gonna paint all the way over to this rail right here, leaving a little foot or so to transition over. Let's see if the door can close. Oh, gotta go back just a little bit. There we are. I think that'll be fine right there. Make sure the door can close. Boom. All right, we are good. All right, let's look at the floor. See what we've got. Okay, right here, we can see there's a little staple or something I got to get pulled up there. If I can get it out, I may have to come back. You'll have to come back for that one. There's another one right there. And there's a few, it's like a few nails that may need to be pushed down a little. Oh yeah, that one's real high. Look how high that one is. All right, so I'll get a hammer. I'll get a hammer and hammer the rest of these nails down. But other than that, I don't really see too much. We'll just have to sweep it, see what else is left, and then I'll get that mop brush out. I can get a screwdriver under that, pry that out. There we go. See if I can do the same thing to this one. Get it pried up. All right. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's a couple pieces of nails, too, and there's tons of these little nails. I got to hammer all of these in right there. They're everywhere. These nails, some are coming up all over the place. I don't think they missed the boards. I think they just worked themselves up in shipping, probably. Let's see. All right. I think that's about it on this end. Yep, one more. All right, now let's sweep. Not too dusty in here. There is some mud tracked in. I see mud stains in certain locations. That's why I've got a mop. But I'm gonna just get a sweep done here and then we'll get the mop done. Hopefully you've already seen the videos of me getting all the tool racks up. Oh my goodness. I am super excited about organization. You know Tim's super excited about organization, and these tool racks make me happy. Go check out the links right there to those videos. So cool. I'm trying not to get splinters in my feet. I've already did that a couple times today. I'm doing it barefoot because I don't want to track in any more mud. But yes, not too dusty in here. So let me finish getting this done, then we'll mop it, and it's time to paint. All right, I got a brush and a bucket of water here. I'm just gonna brush my way this way. I'm not too worried about making a mess. Oh wow, look how it's beating up like that. They must have some sort of something. Oh wow, it's beating up. Yeah, I'm glad I got that primer, because whatever they put on the ground, it's this what's this called? Legacy Premium Subfloor by LP. It's got Gorilla Glue that's fastening it all together. And I put the water on it and it's just beating up on it. Look at that. It's just beating up on it. Well, at least it'll help me clean it, right? It'll help me clean it, and the water is just beating up on the surface. It's almost staying dry. Now that primer I got is an oil-based primer. So it will penetrate that and get right down to it. So I ain't too worried about that. Yeah, I just want to get all any kind of stains or dirt. I am freaking out. This is crazy how the water is just resting on top of it. Yep, there we go. That is crazy. But I'm getting all the mud and dust, you know, because when I first put everything in here, I did track a lot of mud in here. So I'm getting all the mud off at least. Yep. But I am pretty darn amazed. Water just beads up. That is so cool. All right, clean, baby, clean. All right. Whew. I think what I'm gonna do now, I think I'll put this on a time lapse. How about that? Let's go. All right, we got the floor in there spotless. It took forever for it to look like it was absorbing water. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and it was just beating up on it like it had an oil film. But I got it scrubbed and scrubbed, and it looks like almost all of it took the water, and we got all the dirt and mud off of it from tracking it in over the last month or so. Now I'm gonna get this ramp cleaned off, just because I want to get it cleaned off. Get this scrubbed, because I love this ramp. This thing is amazing. It's got this textured, rubberized floor. Man, I think it's gonna be great for riding my motorcycle up on. And the motorcycle won't be up in here forever. I'm gonna plan on building like a 20 by 40 or 20 by 50 shop with a couple bays in it to have vehicles in there and motorcycles and all that. But that's a little bit later on down the road. Ain't nobody got money for that, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get the motorcycle in here for now. And I've already measured it out. I got more than enough room for the motorcycles and all my workbenches, and to have the powerhouse doing its thing over there. So not gonna be an issue there. All right, let me get this last little bit here, and then we'll let all this dry and come back up and start putting the primer on. Can't wait to get the primer on, and it doesn't take very long for the primer to dry, so we'll let that cure enough, and then we'll get a coat of that armor coat on there. May end up doing 2 coats of that if I've got enough, because I want to last a long time. But look at this. This looks amazing. All right, here we go. Last little bit Oops, I'm getting mud on it from my shoes. I stepped on the ground. Be all right. I think I'll just take my shoes off and call that a day. All right, guys, we're gonna come back tomorrow after this dries and get that primer on. So we'll see you then. Welcome back. The floor is dry. It is a new day. We got all our painting materials ready. I've got my cover stain primer. Again, it's oil based. We'll cover up any oils that have been spilled on or leached through on this LP flooring. We've got our big roller. I've got an edge paintbrush. I've got tape. We're going to tape the edges first. Then I'm going to trim paint the edges. Then of course we'll roll on the rest of the primer. Let that dry, and then we'll put the armor coat on. Can't wait. Got my Scotch painter's tape. I am going to tape up these walls again. And the reason I'm doing it, well, Tim, you're just going to finish that out, put siding on it, insulation, all that. No, I don't plan on putting siding or insulation in these walls. This is just a tool shed. The insulated part will be the power shed. Tim, you got your bikes in there. It's just temporary. Eventually I'll have a big shop, an insulated shop with HVAC in it. I will run electrical wires, have receptacles and lights in here, but having the walls open sure makes that a lot easier. So I'm not going to insulate the tool portion of the shed. The power section will. I'm going to paint the floor, get it armor coated. That's why I'm taping the bottom. So does that make sense? Let's move on. Still having a hard time squatting down after my knee surgery. So this is a little bit difficult for me. A lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So I'm doing it in small sections. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. This is an unfinished wall. Get the metal threshold right here. I want to make sure I don't get any paint on it. Keep it nice and clean. I love this metal threshold. Should withstand a lot of abuse over time. The shed is about 2/3 tool shed, 1/3 power shed. So I got 2/3 of it, a little bit more, taped up right now. I've got my primer shook up real good. I'm going to stir it, and then I'll trim all the way around the edges. Now the plan is I'm going to prime and paint right up to where the framed wall is going to be in between. So if there's going to be a line due to painting at different times, you won't see it because it'll be under the wall. I'm going to prime this whole section, and then I'm going to paint this whole section, move all the tools and everything over to this side, and then we'll do the power section next. So let's get to work. See if I can do this without making a huge mess. This cam was a little bit damaged from shipping. I actually ordered it from Lowe's and it shipped. I get free shipping. That was pretty good. All right, let's see how well it, again, this is oil based. Oh, look at that guy, that's perfect. All right, so let's get it all stirred. Oh, it's nice and stirred. I shook it up real good. It should be just fine. Oh, got it on the floor. No matter. I'm going to be painting it anyway. All right, let's start off right here. Liberal amount. About the only time you're going to see me doing liberal is when I'm putting on paint and stuff. Here we go. All right. Yeah. This is just the primer. I want to get a good coverage over all this flooring. Gotta make sure I don't use too much because I only did buy 1 gallon, but 1 gallon should be more than enough for this little shed. I got several gallons of the armor coat because that stuff is like thick like glue. All right. Make sure I feather that in. And I'll roll over on the edges. Definitely want to make sure the thresholds are covered well because they're going to get the most traffic in and out. So heavy coat of primer, heavy coat of armor coat. And the thresholds for sure. Everywhere else, I'll just make sure I get a light coat. And if I have enough left over, I'll make sure everything gets a thick, heavy coat, but definitely in the thresholds. All right. All right, getting this last side over here. Trim will be done. This oil-based paint goes pretty far. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. I was worried that one gallon wasn't going to be enough, but it covers fairly well. It's not real thick, but it covers well. So I'm so glad I got all my tools hanging up, that's for sure. Everything off the ground. Only thing I got on the ground is my solar equipment and then the big toolboxes. So that makes it so much easier. All right, almost done. I'm just going to take this all the way up to the toolbox behind me. I'm not going to paint all the way up there. I think this stud right here is the wall stud, or near it at least. So I'll just paint it right there. Get that done. All right, now let's get the roller out and get this job done. I'm gonna pour about half into here. That way I'll know how I'm using it. Okay, that's a little less than half. Let me get a little bit more. There we go. Now I know exactly how much I got left. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Again, I'm barefoot like I was when I was sweeping. I am getting some splinters. It's kind of fun. But at least I'm not tracking in dirt and mud every time I go outside. I leave the shoes outside. I mopped with my shoes on because it was wet and slippery, and I definitely didn't want to get any splinters then. And plus, it slip and fall and hurt my knee worse than it was. All right, so this stuff is covering fairly well. I can see it all the way down into the, looks like it's gonna dry fairly quickly too. I'm actually get the armor coat on it today and not have to come back. All right, here we go. Booyah. Yeah. Uh-oh, woo, I'm glad I put that tape on there. I almost got it on my threshold. That's exactly why I taped it up, because I do not want to clean a mess up. Again, this is primer. This isn't paint, so I ain't got to be perfect with it, but definitely want to make sure I get full coverage. All right. Nice coverage there. Nice coverage. A lot of people say, Tim, you're too particular. Tim, you worry about too much stuff. You don't get enough work done because you're too busy making everything perfect. Well, if I'm happy with it, I'm happy with it. That's all that matters to me. I'm just making sure that I like it the way I like it, and that's just the way I like it. So it is what it is. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. All right, a little bit more on here. Come on with it, come on with it, come on. Yes, look at that. Oh, I just splattered it all over my legs. Good thing this is oil-based. I will get this off in just a second. All right, now I think it's the appropriate time for a time lapse on the primer. So let's go. Alrighty guys, 2/3 of a can did just over 2/3 of my shed. So I'll have 1/3 to really get the power section good. And of course the overlap where this wall is gonna go, you'll never ever see it. And whew, this looks, I bet it's bright white, isn't it? Just took a few hours for the cover stain primer to harden. It is fully dry. I'm walking around it on my bare feet and it's not sticking. Now we're gonna be putting this KILZ Over Armor Textured Concrete and Wood Resurfacer. It's textured, so it should give a little bit of traction in here, kind of like in a concrete floor garage, but this is wood, and it should cover very thick. That's why I've got 3 cans of it. I got 2 cans for this side and 1 can for over there. We only used 1 gallon for the entire thing for the primer. Now, of course, I'll finish this 2/3, and then we'll get all the other stuff and do that, and then do the final product. But all right, let's trim up and roll on with our KILZ Over Armor. Hopefully this stuff goes on fairly easy. I tried shaking this stuff and it was not shaking. It must be really, really thick. I am curious to see what it looks like when I open it. Is it gonna be like fudge? Is it gonna be like molasses? What's it gonna be like? I have no idea, but let's get it open. Even the lid's hard to open. Oh my goodness. There we go, I heard it snap. All right. Ooh, look at that. Looks like Battleship Gray. That looks, it's so, you can see it's textured too. Look at that. Let's see if it's actually pretty well mixed up. It's not separated. Let me go ahead and just give it a little more mixing. That looks wonderful. It's textured. That's cool. I was wondering how that texture was going to work, and pretty pleasantly surprised with that. We'll start right here with our trimming. It took me forever to get the that oil-based primer out of my trimming brush here. I got it all over. I still have some white residue. I had to use mineral spirits to get it off. I talked to David, come on Homestead, just pour gasoline on it. Ain't got no gas in it. But I got most of it off, and the brush is dry and clean. So let's see how this stuff does as far as the trim goes. Wow. I can see how it's going to take a lot. That's why I got 3 gallons. It's definitely a little bit different material than that primer is. Get that off there. All right, let's move down. Ugh. All right, I'm going to finish trimming this out, and I will be right back, and we'll start rolling it on. All right, we got all the trim done. I'm gonna pour this whole bucket in here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Get all of it out, all of it. Come on, get out of there. That is some thick stuff. Looks like gray pudding. Not gray poupon, but gray pudding. Now, for the textured gray, let's see if it actually sticks to this roller. It is having a hard time sticking to the roller. That is some crazy stuff there. All right, it's on there. Get this going. Look at that, textured gray. Let's see if it fills in the hole in between the seams of the board. Oh, it's splattering everywhere. This stuff is really splattery. But I can see it leaving a texture, and I can definitely see how it's gonna take a lot to cover this floor. Oh my gosh, yep. But I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like it a lot. Let's see. Definitely take some, wow, it is not covering near as quickly as the primer did, that's for sure. Wow. I don't want to slide, I want to roll. Rolling gives me that texture. All right, you're not gonna be able to see it until I can get you a close-up view of it, so that's why I have to do the final rollover to get that texture in there. All right. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. All right. Look at that. That is some cool, cool stuff. Let's see if I can get you a close-up view before I lose access to my camera there. Can you see that texture there? It's almost like a washcloth. It's like a terry cloth looking. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of this coat on here. It is a mess. It's definitely gonna take a little while to get this done. So I'm gonna get the rest of this done and I'll be back to show you the results. I just finished the first coat of our KILZ Over Armor textured surface. This stuff looks great. Has this gritty surface on it. I can definitely tell I need that second coat. That's why I got 3 gallons. That's 1 gallon on 2/3 of the room. I'm gonna let this dry, let it cure. I'm gonna come back and put that second gallon on it. And guys, I'll get you in close, pull all this tape off, and let you see what the final product looks like. I think you're gonna be impressed. So I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back. It's day 3. That's right, it's taken 3 days so far to get 2/3 of this section of the powerhouse shed floor painted. We got that second coat to get on. I'm gonna get the angle brush and fill in all the gaps and nail holes. You gotta take that cover armor and just fill it in, then get that second coat on there, and that should be it. We'll be able to come back and show you the final result. Gonna get all those cracks filled, gonna get the second coat put on, gonna do that in a time lapse. Hope you enjoy. Day 3 is done. We got the second coat added. We got all those cracks filled up. Now, I didn't tell you this before, but this stuff stinks. Kind of smells like cat pee. Like it has urea added to it or something. But I don't know what it is, but it sure seems to be doing a great job. It is getting hard. It has that wood fiber, that rough texture surface. I think it's going to be great for my shed floor. So we're going to let it cure for about another 24 hours before we go walk on it again. You know, I've been going barefoot almost this entire time and my bottom of my feet are gray. But we'll let it cure about 24 hours. Come back here on the 4th day, see if we can rip that tape off, give you some close-up views, let you see how it feels. I don't know if you'll have smell-o-vision and be able to smell it anymore, but I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Welcome back. It is a bright sunny day and I believe my paint has cured enough to walk on. We're gonna go in there and peel all the tape back and take an inspection to see what that surface looks like. Are you excited? I'm excited. Let's go check it out. Go inside and see what we've got. Ooh, it looks so good. Now I do see one area right here. You can see this crack right here did not fill in completely. Whenever I come back to do this section right here, I'll put a lot more on that crack, because I can see it's a pretty wide crack right there too. So I think we'll get that. Let's go ahead and get this tape off the edges. See if I can do this without peeling any of the paint back. Come on, come on, you're gonna do it. Keep going. This is like Christmas. Opening presents at Christmas. Come on. So far, I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. Let's see what it looks like here with the metal. Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. It's stuck to my fingers. Get this piece right here. All right. Keep going all the way around. Well, that's bright. Get this piece right here. A little bit of the white bled through there, but I can get that white off. Looks pretty good though. Clean that up. Alrighty, that looks wonderful. Get you a little closer view. Look at that texture right there, guys. And you can see it filled the screw holes in. This crack right there is filled in, and that is so rough. Listen to this. That is amazing. I think that's wood fiber is what they used as a texture surface, but I am very happy with that. I am thoroughly impressed with the KILZ Over Armor textured and my cover stain primer. I'm not affiliated with either of these companies. This is what I used, did some research on what I should put down on shed floors. Now, this KILZ Over Armor, they say is not good for garage floors with high traffic area. Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing my motorcycles in here a little bit, but that's not the long-term use of it. But as far as decks and wood floors, even some old concrete, this stuff's supposed to work really good. And this cover stain primer, if you've got stains on wood or concrete or whatever, this stuff will cover it, and it's oil-based and will not allow any of that to come through and be seen in your paint. I've got more materials ready and to get this side of the power shed done. Tool side is done. We're gonna let this cure for about a week. I'm not gonna bring all these tools over there until this cures enough to I'm sure the wheels on the toolboxes don't mess it up. So let that cure for about a week, then we'll come back and do this. I've got lots more to do here on the Ridge, and that way you won't have two painting videos back to back. So if you want to see me do my solar carport concrete footers, you want to see me put up a huge gazebo. I'm going to put a gazebo up there. Ooh, got to have some place to get out of the sun or the rain here this fall, right? Of course, the foundation for the Barndominium is getting done this week. That's right, it's coming, well, not this week, you'll see it next week. But I can't wait. It's finally drying up. We got a little bit of reprieve from the rain. You know, we had drought all summer long. So it's just, you play with it as it comes. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. It's 100% free, never got to pay a penny. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and go Ridge Life.